For me, it's Shakira and J-Lo because I love dancing.
You got hips that don't lie, pal.
Pineapple is an odd time signature. The best 18 seconds of your life you've ever had, woman.
What's going on? Why do you look like that? Hello? Are you all right? John? Why do
I look like this? Yeah. This is how you should be looking. We have a freaking rock god coming on the podcast, dude.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's true.
Zakk Wylde, one of the most iconic guitarists. He freaking played with Ozzy, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we made it, man. We freaking made it.
Yeah.
I mean, I made it.
Well,
you didn't do anything to get Zakk Wylde on here, did you? You didn't even know he was coming on. You were like, why are you acting surprised?
I knew he was coming. I know he was coming.
Anyways, man, I don't even want to waste any more time, dude. I mean, we'll get to the fact that our new music video, Secret Elephant, is out there. And then we got a new EP called The Boiling Sea coming out April 17th. Ooh. And then in May, we're going to be doing some headlining dates and Welcome to Rockville. We'll get there, pal.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah.
What I do want to do is prepare myself to be in the presence of greatness. And I want to do that right now. Wait a minute, I hear him. There he is. Oh my God. Look at you.
Shaking my brother.
Oh my.
What's going on, gang?
Holy moly.
What can I tell you?
Look at that.
What's going on, brother?
Look at those guns, man.
So what's happening, man?
Take a seat. There you go. Look at you. Welcome to your
Look at you.
I mean, I feel like you and I look great for our age.
Did you enjoy the game last night?
What game was that?
The Super
Yahtzee?
Bowl.
Oh, no. I was playing Yahtzee.
Did you have any money on the game?
I always got money on the games. Yeah. Yeah.
You got to keep it up for the nail appointments and things like that. That's what I do as well.
I got to keep everything going. I mean, you know how it is, dude.
Well, that's because you're a ladies' man.
Yeah, I mean, when you get to my age, 30,000, you got to keep your skincare routine on point.
I see. Well, you're an oil of Olay guy. I use it myself.
Yeah, there you go, dude. Where are you living these days? Like, where are you coming from?
Actually, we just got back from, we were in London, Paris, Berlin, just doing promo for the Engines of Demolition, the new Black Label toe tapper.
I mean, dude, let's talk about it, man.
Yes, I agree. It is quite the calorie-burning hot yoga soundtrack.
Yeah, you put that thing on, dude, just LB's falling off, man.
You can't help but want to dance.
Yeah, it's a banger. You get hand movement going on. Toe tapping.
Well, I mean, people are like, what was the inspiration behind the new Black Label Engines of Demolition? It's like, for me, it was like a combination. You take the pure dance power of Shakira and then the pure domination of J-Lo, combine it into two unstoppable rebel forces, Engines of Demolition.
And those are
It's a combination of soft shoe and tap dancery. In a just a lethal head-on collision, kind of like chocolate and peanut butter.
That's everything you just said is exactly what's on my Tinder profile right now.
There you go. It's pure Black Label taste devastation.
That's what I'm trying to find. You know what I mean? Those are all my special skills, dude.
Well, there you go. Then this album is right there for you, buddy.
Well, I can't wait to bump that on my ride home. I've been living in a Waymo, though, so I don't know if it could hook up. I got to get the aux cord for that.
Put it this way. This toe tapper is so devastating, you couldn't help but be green with envy.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Look at that.
That's on my first cup of Odenforth.
Boom. How about that? That shit was wild. Hey, there we go. Now we're ready to do. Johannes, hit record.
I knew there was a reason why I came down.
That's right, baby. Because I have with me, I've had a lot of, people sit in this throne, Zakk, but none with the resume that a Mr. Wylde has. I mean, I've been in the metal world quite some time now, and I've seen a lot of shows, a lot of people, but sometimes you get a dude who you're like, this is the dude.
This is what I tell my girlfriend
That's right.
of 83 years.
Oh my God, you're
We're
almost
not
my
as
age.
around as long as you, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
but
you're
83
getting there.
years.
Yeah,
And but I have to explain this to her every now and then.
yeah, you should.
Well, after 83 years, she kind of forgets sometimes.
You got to do what I do, man. I just always have my stuff playing in the background at all times. Like any TV screens playing my podcast, any sound system is playing my band.
So she remembers who you
Yeah,
are.
you got to. You got to show them, like, dude, come on.
And she's impressed.
Yeah, absolutely.
How could she not be?
But you are not only one of the most accomplished guitarists, but you're a singer, a producer, and I'm just going to say it.
Let's not forget dishes and laundry.
That's right. Which, by the way, thank you so much for doing those.
That's
the
job
sink
security
was so
right there.
full downstairs.
Many
and I was-
people could play.
That's it.
Dishes and laundry, that's kind of like, maybe we need this guy.
Yeah, you're
A lot of
sticking
people
around.
don't want to do it. They don't want to make the sacrifice.
Do you know how many rock gods sit in this throne and they're like, I have someone else wash my dishes? Which is crazy.
That's what I'm like, just get out of the way. I'll take
Yeah.
care of it.
You got triple cups. Look at you. You got 3 cups and what? Yeah, you've already
But yeah,
finished.
because I don't want to lose any of it. Because the bottom might fall out. We
That's
don't
right.
want that.
That's right. And you have 2 backups. That's what we do too.
Yes. You got to have it.
So, Zach, I want to start from the beginning.
Do we have to?
No. Then let's start from the middle.
This may be rather painful. All right, well, let's go for it. What do you got?
But I wonder, at what point did you first pick up the guitar? Do you remember?
Probably, yeah, when I was about 8, my mom and dad had me taking, lessons and stuff like that. But, at 8 years old, I mean, my parents were awesome. Like what you do with your kids, you introduce them to things. If it sticks, great. If it doesn't, then they come back to it or whatever. But I remember I started at 8. I wanted to hang out with my friends, go swimming, play wiffle ball, football type stuff. I no time for guitar. That didn't fit in. And then thumb wrestling with the girls, with the ladies, to pick up my future girlfriend at that point, Barbara Ann. And, I was more interested in that than rolling over scales.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know this. Like, they just see, like, people and bands and now on YouTube and stuff just shredding, and they're like, oh, I'll just pick that up. But it's a lot of just, like, sitting in your room by yourself, just going diddly 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 diddly
Well, there's many other things you can do by yourself in your room.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I was doing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But,
I wasn't learning scales. I was working out these scales. You know what I mean?
You can build up the forearms.
That's right.
forearms,
That's
right.
right.
That.
That's how you got those guns,
That's
dude.
how you get the vascularity.
That's
no
right.
pun intended. But
But so you were like not really like interested in what it was going to take at that age. You're like, I just want to be outside. I want to be playing with my friends. I want to be doing stuff like that. Was there a musician or a song or a band that kind of changed
I
your
saw
perspective?
Elton John in 1975 on the Sonny and Cher show.
That is not who I expected you to say.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I remember I went over to our next door neighbors, the Smiths. My buddy Scotty was the youngest. They had
You live next to the
11
Smiths?
kids in New Jersey, the Smiths. And I remember I went over next door and I said, I just saw this guy, Elton John, 75. I was 8 years old. I said, play Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. It's an amazing, this Elton John song. They go, that's a Beatles song. And they beat me up profusely. And that was that. And I learned my lesson there. And then I went and saw Moonraker. That was my first James Bond experience with Jaws in there and everything, with Roger Moore. And I said, I just saw James Bond, and it was amazing. And they said, Roger Moore, they beat me up profusely because they said Sean Connery is James Bond. And it was just a nonstop beatdown. But that made me who I am today. From the Smiths, my buddies, Scotty, all his older brothers.
Yes. So you were like forged in the fire, of beatdowns.
Oh, they just pummeled me profusely. But anyway, so that made me the man that I am today.
And you're
made you a light that never goes out.
I figured I'd grow the beard just so they wouldn't recognize me. You know?
See, that's a good call.
If
That's
I
a
ever
good
came
call.
around the Smiths brothers again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So at some point, you're like, all right, I'm going to make this a thing. And you pick up the guitar, and you're like, was it always the guitar? Was the other
It was
instruments
probably
first?
when I turned about 14 years old. I saw my, because I was playing football then, and Randy White was my guy. He played with the Dallas Cowboys. Randy White, Jack Lambert. I was all in the, because I was a middle linebacker. So, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to play football. And I was playing baseball at the time too, but Thurman Munson was my guy. So, and I was a catcher. But then but when I saw my guitar teacher Leroy's son playing guitar, to see it physically done in front of you was like watching sleight of hand or watching magic trick. I was just like, wow! I just completely blown away. He was playing Sabbath stuff, Zeppelin. I think it was right around the time when Oz started with Randy, and he said Crazy Train. So I think he might have been playing the riff. I was just like, this looks like the coolest thing in the world to do. So it was at that point I started taking lessons from Leroy Wright.
That's kind of magical if you think about it. Like being a teenager, listening to Black Sabbath, learning those guitar riffs, and being like, yeah, I'm going to learn these guitar riffs, and I'm idolizing Black Sabbath and Ozzy. Did you ever in a million years as a 14-year-old be like, one day I'm going to play with him?
No, it was pretty crazy. So
Crazy Train.
No, when I first met Oz, when I went out there, and then being a huge, Sabbath fan, huge Randy fan, huge Jake guy, and when Jake started with the band, and then I saw both those tours. We didn't get a chance to see Randy because Rand passed away, as he was going up to play the Garden, because we saw him with Bernie Torme, so that was before Brad Gillis came in, and then we saw that show at the Garden, then we saw Jake at Brendan Byrne Arena with Motley Crue on Shout at the Devil tour, and that was amazing. And then when I auditioned for Oz, it was just like mind blowing. I felt like here I am, huge Sabbath guy and huge Ozzy guy, and Oz was like, Zakk, I just want you to play with your heart. And he goes, what smells? Because I had just crapped my pants because I had just met Ozzy. So he just said, Zakk, play with your heart and go change your trousers and then go make me a ham sandwich and go light on the Colman's mustard because it mustn't overpower the flavor of the sandwich. And make sure you wash your hands before you make this sandwich. So I changed my trousers, washed my hands, and then I made Ozzy a ham sandwich light on the Colman's. And after the audition, I was making ham sandwiches for the boss right to the end. Who knew?
So in a way,
But once again, see, that was another thing. The dishes, the laundry.
that's right. That's what I'm
And
learning.
then the Colman's, light on the Colman's, not to overpower. You just want it strong enough to be like, man, this is delicious, but not overpowering. You don't want it to overpower the flavor.
So what you're saying
You
is,
still want to taste the rye bread.
Oh, yeah.
You still want to taste the ham, the cheese,
of course.
and the Colman's. It's a very powerful mustard, but yet delicious.
I feel like we just did an ad for them. They should become our sponsor.
Yeah.
But can you imagine, Johannes? I mean, I think what he's trying to say is,
Yeah.
when you want to get in the good graces of a boss, all you have to do is make them a sandwich of their favorite things and do exactly what they want.
Multifaceted.
Yes.
Yeah.
This guy's always like, oh, I do too much. It's like, you don't do enough, dude.
I'm sorry. Are you comparing yourself to Ozzy Osbourne? Is that what's happening right now?
I'm not comparing myself to Ozzy Osbourne. I'm comparing you to Zakk Wylde's early origin
I appreciate
story
that.
without any of the talent. Yeah, just the beard, I think, really is as far as that analogy will go.
Yes.
But here's what I was wondering, because I was going to wonder what the audition for Ozzy Osbourne entails. Because if Ozzy Osbourne tells me, like, play with your heart, I assume he wants me to rip it out from my chest and use my heart as my guitar pick.
Well, it could be that, literally.
Yeah, I mean, like, if Ozzy's saying it, I'm like, he must want blood. That's what this means.
Yes, it could be that.
But like, are you playing their songs? Like, is it
Yes,
a
we did.
rigorous process?
Phil Susan was there, and Randy Castillo, God
Yeah.
bless his soul, Rando, and then we jammed. We jammed. I think Suicide Solution, Bark at the Moon, maybe I Don't Know, and I think maybe Mr. Crowley. I think we might have jammed a bunch of them, but and that was it. And the rest is history.
And then, do you remember getting that call, or did they tell you in the moment?
And then, we jammed. I went home, and then Mrs. O called up. Sharon called my mom and dad's house at the time because that's where I was. I was living with my mom and dad.
I would love to be your parents.
Until I was 48 years old.
I would love to be your parents, and it's like she's like, "Hello, is Zakk there?" And you're like, "Well, who's calling?"
Actually, I thought it was my friends having their mom mom up to it. But
your mom's like, "I want to know what older woman's calling my son.
yes.
Who is this?"
Oh, my buddies, I figured were putting their mom up to it. But
I don't know, no Sharon,
Exactly. But I had to get a passport, and then I flew to England, and then we started working on No Rest for the Wicked.
Unbelievable. So you're just like very quickly just kind of like stepping into your dream, I would imagine, right?
And it exceeded all my dreams, you know what I mean? It was like a contest winner on steroids, without a
Yes.
doubt.
Because you hear these stories like throughout, like bands like will change members and they'll have this like big audition process. Like one of the most famous ones is Metallica with their bass players and stuff like that. And so like I just imagine like you kind of like, this is before social media and all this stuff, so it probably wasn't like widely publicized in real time. Do you remember like telling your friends? Like, did they believe you? Like, what did everyone think when you're just going around being like, yeah?
No, it was pretty crazy because I was, like 19, 20 years old when that was going on. So it was just like right out of high school. So, but like a lot of my friends went to college or whatever. I went to Ozzy Osbourne University.
Yeah.
Where I majored in
You minored in
the consuming of alcohol.
Yeah, you minored in debauchery.
Of adult beverages.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
And I exceeded really well in that.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
class.
You got your master's in debauchery.
That was definitely my forte. I really enjoyed. I excelled in that one. But it was amazing any work ever got done because we'd always be on the floor crying, laughing because he was just hilarious. I mean, if it was whatever events were going on in the world, he'd be taking a piss out of that, and if it was anything about himself, forget about it. You'd be on the floor crying.
I mean, he just seemed like always the life of the party in every sense of that word.
Just hilarious, though. You know what I mean? In the best way. So, I mean, it was just, just definitely awesome. I remember, when we got ready for the No More Tours 2 tour back in 2018, we were in rehearsals, had this guy come in, and we're all like, who's the guy with the briefcase over there? And we're all just sitting there looking. None of us knew who it was, right? And Oz is like, oh, I guess Sharon got me a vocal coach. And I go, huh. I go, well, that's cool, Oz. I go, well, that's just because Sharon just wants you to kick as much ass as possible. She wants you to do great. He goes, yeah, I suppose. It's a little late in the game for a vocal coach, though, isn't it? So it was always that at all times. You know what I mean?
Do you have any specific memory of being a young dude on tour that you're just like, man, this one's a crazy one, or this was a crazy night, or something ever like that happened?
Just wherever we were. I mean, just the touring, making the records, the rehearsals, and I mean, just being on a tour and then rolling with the guys. And, especially that, when I first started with the band, it was obviously Geezer, Randy, myself, and John Zakk. That was the band. So I'm up with, half of Black Sabbath up there between Ozzy and Geezer. So, I mean, it was just insane. So between that and then when we did, the No More Tours tour with Mike Inez and Randy and John Sinclair on the keyboards, that was just a blast when we were doing that tour. So every version of what we did with Sabbath. Then when Robert Trujillo was in the band and Mike Borden, when the fellas were in the band, we had a blast then. So, I mean, it was just always, you're always around people you love being around, and it just nonstop blast.
At what point did you feel like you, as a guitarist and as Zakk Wylde, started to get a little notoriety? Like, did you feel that? Or were you just like so in the zone and then all of a sudden you're like, oh man, like I guess I'm on a guitar magazine and stuff like that?
Yes, when my girlfriend, Barbara Ann, actually knew my name at that point. And like I said, that was about 30 years in.
She was like, oh, your name is Zakk. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Because she would usually call me Frank, Andy, Tom, Brian, Chris.
It was better than when she was just calling you
These
a number.
names would come in,
Yeah,
and then,
she was
like Rick. She would call me, and and then when then one day she goes, "Oh, Zakk," and I said, "There it is. I know I have arrived.
I freaking arrived, buddy. Look at you.
Thank you, Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes.
Thank you."
You're like, finally. And you're like,
yes.
And you're like, and babe, what instrument do I play? And she's like, keyboards. You're like, all right, I still got to work my way
I think she said tuba.
Yeah.
Said something like that. But it didn't matter. But then she said, now
she
go.
got your name. That was the start.
Yes.
That's when you knew, like, things are really going my way. But, yes. I mean, everyone freaking loves Ozzy. I mean, I had the privilege of getting to cover Changes on this awesome Lamb of God cruise we did, and that kind of, no big deal. It went kind of viral or whatever. But I think it's because just people just love who does it. You know what I mean? And I also want to know, like, at what point did Zakk become Zakk Sabbath? Because I love this.
Well, the whole point of Zakk Sabbath was, when Black Sabbath retired.
Yeah.
They contractually signed a contract where they could no longer perform as Black Sabbath. That's because it was the final tour.
Oh, my God.
The end. So what we did is we said, exactly. I said, let's put a Zakk Sabbath tribute band together where it's just nothing but the Ozzy years, because Black Sabbath with Ozzy, they contractually locked in. So how do we get out of this they can't get out of the contract. So what we do is we put the Zakk Sabbath band together. And then we do eventually Zakk Sabbath featuring Ozzy Osbourne. Then Oz comes out. Then we do Zakk Sabbath featuring Ozzy Osbourne and Tony Iommi. Then Zakk Sabbath featuring Ozzy, Tony, and Geezer.
Hilarious.
Then finally, Zakk Sabbath featuring get Bill in the band. And then it's just Zakk Sabbath featuring the original Black Sabbath.
I mean, this is genius.
Now they can go back out again.
Yes.
And tour as Black Sabbath.
But not just that. Okay, so hold on. Let's go back to 14-year-old Zakk. Okay?
Yes.
Because can you just imagine just being like, hey, dude, one day you're going to get to play with Ozzy. He would probably be thinking like, oh, maybe one song on stage. He pulls me on stage and I get to play. Like, wouldn't that be amazing? No. Not only that, you're going to tour with Ozzy. And then, through some kind of PR loophole,
sorcery. What's this called?
Goblin magic you used. Technically, at some point, Ozzy and Black Sabbath on the bill were kind of like your band, and you became the front man of Black Sabbath.
Yes, and now
my friggin' God,
it's pretty crazy. It's pretty bonkers.
It is absolutely.
It's since doing these songs when I was between 16, 17 years old, at keg parties, my friends' basements, rooms such as this.
Yeah. And this is in Jersey, correct?
Without a doubt. And then playing these Black Sabbath songs. And now that I'm 268 years old, I'm still playing these songs.
Yes.
Yet the keg parties, it's still a keg party, except there's just a couple more people.
By the way,
it goes to show the testament and the power and the greatness of these songs.
Dude, all I can think about is just a bunch of Jersey dudes at a party just being like, hey, you hear about Zakk? Huh? He ain't just playing with Black Sabbath. I heard they opened in for him, you know?
Well, they're putting in the band.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's right, man. That's pretty incredible, man. I mean, like, I don't know if there is a story, forget metal, just in music in general, where, like, that's the trajectory of someone. And I love the idea of, like, you helping to find a way to still give the people Black Sabbath.
Well, the whole thing is, the reason why I knew this was special is because Barbara Ann, my girlfriend of 83 years, said, you know what? As soon as we started Zakk Sabbath, she goes, I think I may have made the right decision by dating you and being your girlfriend. That's when I knew we were on to something with Zakk Sabbath.
Well, dude, wait till you tell her you're on the #1 comedy podcast in the world if she doesn't fact check that information, dude.
I may get a foot massage out of this.
I can't wait to hear what Barbara's going to say about this, man. She's going to freak out, dude.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm here.
That's right, man. I also wanted to talk to you about your iconic guitar. Because the Bullseye guitar, I've seen emulated many, many times. When I was a little gob and I was getting into metal, it's like all the young shredders wanted that guitar. It's probably one of the most iconic looking guitars. At what point did that come into the Zakk Wylde sphere?
Well, I wanted to get the Vertigo, Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo on there.
Yeah.
And because we had to go do a photo shoot for, you know, for me being Ozzy's guitar player and all this stuff. And Max on Sunset Boulevard. Max had a guitar shop there, amazing luthier and guitar builder, painter, everything like that. So, but Max was right over there near Voltage Guitars and right behind Guitar Center now. And I went over to Max's and he said, yeah, I'll do the Vertigo. Whatever. And then I remember I opened it up and it was the Bullseye. And I go, Max, I wanted the Vertigo. He goes, oops, well, I guess I made a mistake. So, but that was it. And then
Wait, is that a true story?
Yes.
It was a mistake?
It was a mistake. And then I went and did the photo shoot and the rest is history. But now I do the Vertigos and all that other stuff. So different paint jobs and everything like that. But the Bullseye, that was the one right out the gate because that guitar, obviously, because Randy had the cream Les Paul. And I was like, we can't have that. I already have the blonde hair. This is bad enough. So, you know what I mean? That's when I was looking quite like Pamela Anderson doing my,
You had the whole Fabio, dude.
I was a young petite starlet.
Yes,
Hollywood
you
starlet.
were.
You know,
you were a hunky A-lister.
I was looking to break
with
into
some
Hollywood.
chops, dude.
Hopefully to get on Baywatch.
Yes. And I could see
I
it.
had bikini ready to go and everything. But so that's how it happened. And then I had the Bullseye, but it was supposed to be the Vertigo, Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, but it was a mistake, and the rest is history.
That, to me, says that the guitar doesn't make the man. The man makes the guitar. Because you took something, you're like, this ain't even what I wanted. But you're like,
I use that theory as well going into the sandwiches.
yeah, what does
as
Barbara
well.
say? What does Barbara say about the guitar? Let's check in with her.
She's like, not so much the guitar. She's just like, can you rub my feet?
Okay, yeah. I understand. Yeah.
The guitar is one thing, but she's like,
Yeah. She's
Make
like,
sure
why don't you practice your scales on my calluses?
On my footsies.
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go. Get it right
There
on the
you go.
heels, pal. Johannes, I gotta tell you, before we started this podcast, I was so worried. I was thinking all these things in my head, like, what if no one listens to the podcast? What if we can't find any great guests? What if I can't find a competent producer? And that last part I'm still in search of. But then I took the leap and I made the best decision. I just went ahead and did it. And then it turned into the #1 comedy podcast in the world. And then the next scary step came. And that next scary step was opening the store. Will it work? Will people actually buy anything? But just like with the podcast, I believed in myself. And thank God I had Shopify by my side. They made it so easy to just get a shop up and running. Shopify is an absolute beast when it comes to commerce. They take care of everything from managing inventory and shipping worldwide to handling returns and everything in between. Shopify helps you promote your brand like you have a whole marketing team behind you. They make it easy to create email and social media campaigns that meet your customers wherever they're already scrolling, probably the toilet. And if you're worried about getting stuck, then, I don't know, don't be. Shopify is always able to help out and share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. It's time to turn those what-ifs into with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/right now. Go to shopify.com/right now. That's shopify.com/right now. You're playing with some of the most iconic people. You played a lot of bands. You started solo projects. Tell me about Black Label and how that came about.
I was playing with the boss at the time. We were working on Osmosis. And I was also jamming with Guns N' Roses at the time. Because
as one does, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Just having a little jam with another little place called
Gilby
Guns N'
wasn't
Roses.
in the band anymore. And so the guys were like looking for another guitar player or whatever, somebody, I knew Slash and I knew Duff and I knew Matt at the time. And it was just like, let's ask Zakk if he wants to jam with us or whatever. So Axel called me up, and I had never spoken with Axel before. So he called, he was like, Zakk, you want to get together and jam? I said, yeah, sure, why not? So we were noodling on ideas and demoed a couple things, riffs over at Duff's house. And then we were all jamming. The guys were all great guys. They're awesome. So we were noodling on stuff, and we wasn't making any decisions or anything like if we're going to do this or not or whatever. And then Oz was like, Zakk, are you playing with the fellas? Are you jamming with me? What are we doing? Because we're getting ready to do the tour or whatever. I said, Oz, let me try and find out what's going on with the fellas. And it was just everything was up in the air. And Oz was like, Zakk, yeah, I gotta find another guy because I can't be sitting around wondering whether you're jamming with the guys or you're jamming with, I can't wait around the last minute. So Oz ended up getting, Joe Holmes came into the fold. I'm friends with Joe. Joe's awesome. And then Oz was playing with Joe. I wasn't playing with she. And it was just, everything was just sitting around. I was like, I got to do something. And then right after that, that's when Black Label was born. I got all these riffs sitting around. I said, I'll just sing on them myself. And that was it. And that's when the toe tapping, the Black Label, soft shoe, toe tapping, beef, brisket, taste devastation, demolition fest began.
Yes. And word on the street is,
And I've been making beef brisket ever since
that's
that
right. And I'm ready to attend that
But we
barbecue.
also make vegan meals at the Black Label Steakhouse.
Oh, okay. All right.
Got to make sure everybody's covered.
Johannes,
Yeah, sounds great. I love it.
he's Italian. He loves vegan stuff.
No.
So I heard you got some new music coming out.
Yes, we do. The new album, Engines of Demolition. And people ask me, they're like, what is the name of that title? What is Engines
Yeah,
of
what
Demolition?
is that?
Black Label. We also have the coffee. We have Wild Audio guitars and all that other stuff. But this Engines of Demolition, because I do Black Label relationship therapy, it's going to be a marital aid company. Engines of Demolition.
Look at that.
All right? I love bringing people together and fixing relations and helping people.
Well,
So that's the name of the new album.
maybe you could help me because I'm in a work relationship that is just toxic. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have to bear such weight on my hub, both literal and metaphorical, every episode.
But you'll have Tom Platt's legs
Oh,
if you're carrying that kind of weight on your back.
yeah. Okay, interesting. So maybe
You'll be known as Quadzilla around here.
I would love to.
You're green like Godzilla, then you'll be Quadzilla.
That's an old college buddy of mine, Godzilla.
Yes.
Yeah, we used to party back in the day, man. That guy. could rip.
Unfortunately, being green, you may be a New York Jets fan. And that's rather
Absolutely
painful.
not. I would not
And
do
I
that
don't know
to
how many
myself.
gals we're picking up if they find that
No,
information
yeah. I
out.
mean, come on, man. Not even trolls will root for the Jets.
Maybe let's go with the Green Bay
Yeah,
Packers.
yeah, let's just do. Well, maybe not. We'll see. I see a football, I'll just eat it. But
What do you got?
I wanted to play a little game with you, sir. because it's not every day you get Zakk Wylde. And I think you would know.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think
carry
so.
on.
Yeah, I think so. You know, what I mean, well, my face can only be melted so many times, sir.
Yes.
You know? I wondered if we play a little game, okay? I dug up some interesting things happening in the metal world, both past and present, and I want to get your thoughts on it. This is a game called Is It Wild or Is It Whack? So you tell me if you're down with this thing or if
Wet
you're
or
not.
wild?
Whack or wild?
Whack or wild?
Whack or wild?
Go for it.
All right, if you dig it, it's
Bring
wild.
it
If you
on.
don't, it's whack.
Let's do this.
Here we go. Metallica holds the record for the loudest concert in history, measuring over 140 dBs, which is louder than a jet engine. Whack or wild?
What is crazy about, like, you know, saying, when they always do these meters, whether Deep Purple had the loudest, I remember the Guinness Book of World where it was Deep Purple.
Yeah.
Now it's Metallica or whatever. Where are you recording this in? Because I'm saying any of our buddies, if they jammed in this room, it may be louder than a threshold of a jet airplane plane if you're going through a couple Marshall stacks.
See?
That's what I'm saying. How close are you to the Marshall stacks? Because that'll tell you right there.
That's how I feel. When I'm
But it
on,
also helps because this way, if you can hear anything from taking that much of a pummeling, this way when the immortal beloved is yelling at you for maybe not giving a long enough foot massage, and then the kids are screaming, the dogs are barking, or jet airplanes or helicopters are going over top, you may not even hear them.
that's right.
It cancels everything out, and you can live happily through your life because you don't hear anything.
Yeah, that's how I feel when Johannes talks. It's like I can't hear anything. I just completely tune it
You
out.
could hear in your mind what it is you want to hear.
That's correct. That is correct.
Whether it's Black Sabbath, Led
And
Zeppelin,
that's what
whatever you want to hear inside.
That's probably what's happening. I have my headphones on and I'm cranking Sabbath, and Johannes is like trying to.
For me, it's Shakira and J Lo because I love dancing.
which I know that about you. You got hips that don't lie, pal. They don't lie. How about this? Do you think this is whack?
Give me
or this
another
is
whack or wild. Let's do this.
All right. Metal festivals being held in Antarctica.
Didn't Metallica did that, right?
Yeah. What do you think about metal festivals
Played
being
on the
held?
North Pole or something
Yeah.
like that. I mean, no, they played in like every spot on the planet now.
Would you play
I think
a
that's the
show?
Guinness Book of World Record too, because they played everywhere.
Maybe that's all Metallica's trying to do at this point. They're just trying to check off things on the Guinness Book of World
Without a
Records.
doubt, they're doing it all.
Yeah, that's true.
And crushing it while
I
they're
mean,
doing it.
yeah.
And bringing metal to the children and places in other dimensions. And just like the Ultimate Warrior, parts unknown.
That's right. And I think that's what we all should be trying to do, is bring metal to the children. And I want
I wrote a
people
book about it,
to bring the
but go ahead.
children to the metal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So if you
raise them properly.
That's right. Send them in the pits. That's how they learn, you
Without a
know?
doubt.
You said you wrote a book about it?
Yes, I did. Bringing metal to the children, actually.
Oh, well.
I wrote a book about it.
You wrote
All
a book
about this. Yes, and that's another thing I told Barbara Ann. I said, I wrote a book. She said, keep rubbing my feet. That's all she said. And then she said, now go bring the garbage out. Book
He
writer
says just a
guy.
little longer, a little harder, please, sir. But what do you think about metal bands using wild time signatures? 11/8, 17/16. They're just putting numbers together now.
If you like it, you like it. You know what I mean?
I feel like,
But it's definitely an exotic flavor.
yeah.
So I mean, it's not your normal pizza.
Yeah.
Your normal margarita pie, but if you're sticking different toppings on it, many people may say pineapple is an odd time signature. Whereas I do know some people that like the pineapple, whereas some of my Italian coalition friends, that is sacrilege.
Interesting.
You have that. So they like 4 on the floor. They just like your margarita.
Yeah.
Or the grandma pie is always delicious as well.
Yeah.
With the extra tomato.
That's a pie that's been out too long.
I love
Yeah.
the grandma pie.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a pie that pinches your cheeks when you eat it. So what about this one? Weird metal subgenres. There's genres called dungeon, synth, glitch metal, ambient doom. What do you think about weird metal subgenres?
Well, it's like on Tinder. You got to know what you're getting involved with here.
Yeah, that's my thing, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. I really do,
So, you
man.
know, you have to, oh, okay, well, this might be the gal for me.
Yeah.
You know, if she's involved in whatever genre is in there. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
It just gives you a heads up when you're going in.
yeah.
Is this the right club for me?
See?
Interesting you didn't bring up Goblin metal as part of that list. But
Yeah.
sure.
That's not a weird
You got Goblin
subgenre.
metal. That would be good for you.
That's not a weird subgenre. That's the subgenre, Johannes. Okay.
Well, that's when you're going out on your Tinder date when you're looking for a gal and she says Goblin metal.
Yes.
You're going, Zach, this may be the gal for me.
Yes. I once dated an ogre named Doom Metal. She
Well,
was
there
great.
you go.
Yeah. And how about this one? Early grindcore bands would record songs so short they barely qualify as songs, and one band had a song that was 1.3 seconds long.
Well, that's why my relationship with Barbara Ann, my girlfriend of 86 years.
Yeah.
She, I always tell her I'm going to grindcore her. And it only lasts about 1 minute and 6 seconds.
There you go. There you go. That's how it's done, Zach. And that is wild. Huh?
No, pun intended. Give me a.
There you go. There you go. One for Barbara.
Yes. That's what I was
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's a question. Who's on Zakk Wylde's Mount Rushmore of guitar players? You get 4 stone faces.
I'll just put Frank Marino from Mahogany Rush,
Okay?
Randy Rhoads, Tony Iommi, Jimmy Page.
I mean, that's
What
it.
is that? I got 4 guys, you said,
That's
right?
it. 4 guys.
My big 4 right there.
Mine are 4 different Zakk Wyldes. You know what I mean? Just Zakk Wyldes through the years.
Zakk Wylde on dishes. Zakk
Yes.
Wylde on laundry.
Yes.
Zakk Wylde on sandwich making.
Yes, and Zakk Wylde on my podcast. That's the 4th
There
one.
you go.
That's my favorite Zakk Wylde. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
Zach, I don't know if you know this, but I'm in a band called Nekrogoblikon, and we play Goblin metal, and we just put out a music video today for our brand new song. It's called Secret Elephant.
Secret elephant?
Secret Elephant! We gotta find it.
I mean,
a
it's kind of
secret.
hard to disguise an elephant
You
or
think
hide
so.
them
Yeah, you
or
think
keep it
so.
a secret. They're so big.
Everyone's like, oh, we gotta call out the elephant in the room.
And I
it's-
see big things for this song.
Yep. And you could say this song is heavy.
Yes.
Elephant, they're pretty big. Elephants are really big.
Nice. Nice.
Yes.
So make sure if you guys after this podcast check out our new music video. We got new music coming out too, which I'm really excited about. Zach, would you like to hear a quick snippet of our new song?
Go for it.
All right.
That's why I'm here. Let's
Yo-
hear this.
Johannes, hit the button.
You may think it's just you and I, not gonna lie. We got a gift and he wants us to die. Every time that you feel it fine, he enters your mind. Sacred elephant, I don't know how we got here, but he won't stop staring at me. Let's go, sacred elephant, won't you come and find out? That you won't go anywhere. What's the harm in singing for yourself? I know that you don't wanna hear this.
That is huge. Like elephant huge.
See? He loves it. What do you think, Johannes? I'll take these off. All right. We'll put
That's
these-
no secret that this is awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Put that right there. So, Zach, before I get you out of here, you've gotten to do so much. You've accomplished your childhood dreams, basically. Is there something still on the list? What is left to do for Zakk Wylde on his little bucket list?
When I'm having relations
Yes.
with Mrs. Wylde,
Yes.
the goal now is to break the I want to go into the 3-digit barrier. I'm up to 18 seconds.
I think, dude.
The goal is 20 seconds. Then you take in increments. You can't do a 800-pound bench press if you can't bench 225. It's slow increments. So of the 86 years that we've been together, I'm almost at 20 seconds of pure satisfaction. Mind you, I have to explain to her. She goes, 18 seconds? And I go, that's the best 18 seconds of your life you've ever had, woman.
That's pretty good, dude.
The goal is to get to a minute.
I'm trying to get to any second. You know what I mean? Just the first.
That's what it is.
Just get to the, get invited.
That's
to
it,
the
because you're
dance,
keeping it grindcore.
That's it, man.
Grindcore.
My whole sex life is doom metal. Okay. Zakk, I'm going to get you out of here the same way I get everybody out of here, okay? We're going to play my right now rapid fire questionnaire. Here's how it works, buddy. I'm going to ask you 5 questions. I want you to say the very first thing that comes to your mind.
Go for it.
Are you ready?
Wait, what do you got?
Left or right?
I'll go. I throw righty. Go for right.
Westmoreland.
Westmoreland. Awesome.
Favorite genre of metal?
Tony Iommi.
Oh, okay. Okay, now there's a snail chasing
He's his own genre.
I agree.
He's the creator of it.
I agree. That's why he's on the Mount Rushmore.
Let's go.
There's a snail chasing you. The snail is moving at a snail's pace. It's going to follow you for the rest of your life. You can go as fast as slow as you want, but the snail will always be moving in your direction. If you touch it or it touches you, you die. But before you ask, yes, it can swim and survive in any atmosphere. What's your plan to survive the snail, Zakk Wylde?
What the hell is that question again? I didn't even understand any of it.
Have you ever been to Trader Joe's?
You know what? How about I just answer it with this?
Yeah.
Because this fixes everything.
Okay.
Black Sabbath.
Round of applause for Zakk Wylde, Johannes.
Thank you.
My God.
Thank you.
And now you get to promote whatever you want to this camera right here, Mr.
Oh, we
Rob.
got like I said, you got the Black Label Society new toe tapper, beef brisket, taste devastation extravaganza, engines of demolition coming out March 27th.
And Zakk,
And if you don't like anything on the right, it makes a wonderful beer coaster. There you go.
I would love one, for this place.
It's win-win.
Put it right over here.
Win-win.
I thought this interview was pretty metal. It was pretty wild. But I thought kind of like what would be like really, really wild. I mean, like really, really wild is if you kind of promoted my stuff for me.
Go for it. What
So
do you got?
I wrote you a little script. It's underneath your throne. Just whenever you're ready, just
Here we
kind of
go.
read like my
Here we go.
stuff.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? Here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
You want it right in this camera here?
Yeah. You can read it right off the thing, man.
What's going on, gang? Zakk Wylde, Black Label Society. And I gotta let you all know out there about some awesome news. I just want to let you know that in the world of Goblin metal, right over here, you got Nekrogoblikon are going to be hitting the road next month with Hannibal. But first, check out the music video for their new toe tapper, Secret Elephant. And there is no secret that this song is crushing on this YouTube page. And keep an eye out for the new EP in April. This stuff is going to be wild. And I'm Zakk Wylde.
Dude.
What can I tell you?
I mean, hey, this one was for Barbara. This one was really for Barbara.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Hopefully
Barbara.
I'll get an extended 2 seconds on the foot rub.
Hey, I mean, you gotta get her in here, man. Nick,
I knew I came
do
here
you
for
think
a
you can
reason.
get me Barbara to be on the podcast?
Let's do it. We'll get her on here.
right,
We can
let-
talk about relationship therapy.
Oh, hell yeah, that'll be wild.